Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am going to share with you some poetry from a new book released today. I hope everybody is doing really well. I used to always fondly go to the community poetry open mic feature reading space at Half Price Books in North Lamar. It's an event first Wednesdays of every month hosted by Tom Woodruff, another Austin transplant like me, although he came from farther away. I came from Chicago, he came from Australia. So I would always go to this, and I would always be thrilled that I could read material from new books from Scars Publications, which I am proud to be the editor of for 2 literary magazines. So because everything is closed down, I have, in honor of his open mic, read some pieces the way I would normally at that. This is not that open mic, but it is me paying homage to it, I suppose. So I thought I would share with you poems from, the Down in the Dirt, second literary magazine Scars Publications hosts, Down in the Dirt, January to April 2021 issue collection book that is titled Excerpts from the Plague Years. And I thought this was as titles of issues and collection books are based on accepted writings within the book, this was the accepted piece title that was chosen for this book. When we were driving around in Austin during the ice storms of February, where we had no power, man, it was cold. We couldn't do anything in the house. We had a tent to try to keep us warm in the house to sleep. So being in a car, which you could have heating on, was a wonderful, wonderful thing. And so we would drive around, and we found this statue out in Austin, and I think my husband looked at it and he's like, it kind of looks like a tornado. I'm like, that is kind of cool how it does that. But then we researched it and found out that it is a representation of a singing tree, I believe is what it was called. There was one in the UK, I believe, or at least, a different hemisphere, not over here. And so somebody replicated this and came up with this design to have this here. If you go to it in the right time, wind can go through all of these pipes and actually sing for you, which is really awesome. But the only time we were there was when there was icicles hanging from this thing. It was crazy to actually see things when they are that bad for weather here in Austin, because it's like annually they say, oh yeah, I remember it snowed one day and then it was gone the next. So it was a riot to be able to go around and discover things while you're driving around and can't work and can't stay at home without power. So this was cool to be able to discover this. And if you'd like to know anything about this book or any books from Down in the Dirt magazine through Scars Publications, you can go to the Scars website, scars.tv/dirt, and find out about issues. I think even on the main page right now at scars.tv you can find links to Excerpts from the Plague Years. It's available through Amazon, so you can find it globally. Blah, blah, blah. And in honor of Tom Woodruff, who always had 8 pairs of reading glasses, and all of my tinted reading glasses are over there, I'm going to keep these down low. And I'm going to share with you a bunch of poems from the second section of the book. This first one is a very short poem called Listen to Life. And if I can, I will place images that were released with the poems, like if they were Instagram poems or they appeared on Tumblr or Facebook or Twitter or whatnot. So this tiny, tiny little one, I have no idea, I can't see through cameras if you can see this, but it has an image, and you can always go to the collection book at Scars.tv for Excerpts from the Plague Years, and you can see this poem, image as well as the poem, and the image will be larger and in color. Sorry that the interior pages aren't printed in color, but this is a short poem. You can learn about it online more if you're interested in the image, and it is called Listen to Life. Life teaches you lessons if you learn to listen. Life can destroy you if you're not paying notice. Life, well, learn what to listen for and never forget. Life can also thrill you if you listen just right. How fun, how fun, how fun. I have a short little one like that. Short pieces like that are often put after pieces of prose, if there is prose that is not giving enough space for a large piece of artwork. There's another example of that, because after this piece of prose that is 2 pages on here, there's a poem that is titled Xenon, Stranger Than Strange. I know I have written poems for every element in the periodic table, but this is a Twitter-length poem with a different meaning, I guess, altogether. So this is titled Xenon, Stranger Than Strange. My stranger, my strange one, my phobia of you makes me afraid of everything, though in my car I turn you on and you light my way through the darkness. Don't tell me you're stable. If I go numb when you let me breathe you in. This is why you must remain my foreign friend. Really short pieces are fascinating, because you have to cram so much material into just like 180 characters or however much a Twitter length poem would be. Here is another one in section 2 of the book that is a Genesis poem. This is related to the Bible. What? And is Genesis 4, Cain and Abel and sin from killing. 2 sons were born of a woman who lived in a land where their Lord told them that they had dominion over the creatures, but more importantly, that every green herb was for meat. Not animals, but greens. They saw this was so, and they thought that this was good, as their first son tilled the ground to create great food, herbs, fruit, and vegetables. Knowing this was a peaceful way to provide a healthy sustenance to his family, the first son was pleased with his work. But the first son saw his younger brother tend to flocks of sheep instead, then slaughter them as offerings. How unholy, the first son thought of his younger brother when he tended to the flocks of sheep instead, then slaughtered them as offerings. How unholy, he thought, how barbarous, how antithetical to the peaceful way that we're supposed to be. The older brother knew he was on a morally higher ground, but when the Lord was pleased with the slaughter offerings from his younger brother, the older brother was lost. What have I done wrong? The older brother thought. Have I not followed the Lord's way? Have I not done what the Lord wanted? Did I not prosper by being peaceful? The older brother couldn't understand how slaughtering animals and extracting the fat to give away was thought of as good. And as the older brother's darkest fears swelled, he heard the Lord say to him, "If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?" Yes, if my Lord abided by his own rules, the older brother thought. This offhand question from the Lord that opposed morality flew the older brother into an internal rage, because he had done well, but for this he gained no respect with the Lord for his deeds. And more importantly, to the older brother, his younger brother actually gained respect by explicitly being disrespectful. How can morality lie? Where can morality lie when our Lord cannot be moral? The older brother wondered, contemplating what to do. Soon after, the younger brother came to the older brother as he worked in the fields. An argument ensued about morality, and in a blind rage, the older brother killed the younger. Which kind of killing is more of a sin? The older brother thought. But eventually the older brother heard the Lord ask him, "Where is your younger brother?" And the older brother responded he did not know. He was not his brother's keeper. But after this, the older brother wondered, shouldn't the Lord, if he's all-seeing and all-knowing, shouldn't he already know? Or is this just another test of my will, and how is my will tested when I am shunned for doing the right thing and my younger brother is praised for sinning? The older brother, understanding morality, could hear his younger brother speak from beyond the grave. And after the older brother truly acknowledged his sin after burying his brother in the ground, no food from the ground tasting sweet would grow from his land again, no matter how he tended the soil. It was as if the blood of his younger brother contaminated all the older brother tried to grow. He wondered, if the world knew of the sin the older brother committed, would they care of the sins of the younger? Do they not hear the cries of all they have killed, for all that has been killed for them, for a death-filled mill? What lives are worth saving, the older brother thought, as he then left the land that would no longer grow for him. Although many may have killed him for his act that he had done to his brother, the Lord understood the morality of the older son's choices and protected him. He protected him to live in a world that is now filled with people wanting to kill for food when they should not and do not need to. The world the older brother was born into was truly a cruel and uncaring world. And the older brother, after one immoral act, was stuck living in a world where slaughter was eaten in every meal, and violence like this was to become the norm. And sadly enough, this is a world the older brother feared the most. What? A religious poem? You're kidding me. I got that one out of the way for you. Now I was going to read, well, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got a nice chunk of poems here. I think I might put them into another reading for you because I can have even more readings. Those took a while for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed those poems, and I am looking forward to reading, hopefully before this day, 1 to 3 in the afternoon on the first Wednesday of the month is out of the way. I might do one more reading from this Down in the Dirt issue collection book titled Excerpts from the Plague Years. Excerpts from the Plague Years, which is January through April of 2021. I might come over and read a couple more poems for you guys to end this installment of readings for the first Wednesday of the month. Thanks to poet hosts like Tom Woodruff, who did this at Half Price Books. Everyone remain safe. I hope you are all keeping yourself healthy, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you very, very soon. Thank you all so very much. Thanks.